Alright YouTube, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Welcome to part 2 of what your watch says about you. Trigger warning first, I am not pulling any punches here on this video, so just prepare yourself. Also, I forgot one more thing, just to interrupt the video really quickly. I am still doing a giveaway that ends in 8 days, so if you want to win a free Seiko SRP E57, make sure you click the link in the description or click the link up here somewhere and follow the link to the competition, and you can enter the competition for free and win yourself a free watch. So go and do that and then come back to this video when you're done. See ya. The first watch that we're going to talk about today and what it says about you is going to be the Casio F91W. You're either a total watch nerd and you are aware of how badass this watch is, or rather how god tier it is according to Nico Leonard, or you literally know nothing about watches and you simply grabbed this off the shelf because the price made sense. And frankly, I have to agree with you. There is no in between here. You either simply don't care about watches at all and you just needed something to tell the time, or you wanted something quick and cheap to have a honeymoon phase with. It's one of those two extremes. Again, there's no in between here. Either way, congrats on picking one of the best watches of all time. Frankly, in my opinion, the reason that the Casio F91W is so iconic and so popular is because of what it really offers for the price. It is an annual calendar watch for, like, I don't know, 20-something dollars. It's ridiculous. Your value for money there is simply unbeaten. I've spoken about this on the channel before. I feel like it can't be overstated. The Casio F91W is probably the only watch any of us will ever need in our lives. We just like to, go crazy with our finances and be irresponsible. But back to the point, watch people like myself will probably come up to you and compliment you on your choice of a fantastic watch. However, non-watch people probably won't even notice that you're wearing one to begin with because it's just so under the radar. Next up for what your watch says about you is going to be any Sangen Instruments watch. So today I am actually wearing my Sangen Instruments Dark Overlord. It is my Quartz GMT and it is an absolute beast. It's a really good watch for me to take out to the range and go hiking with and do fun tactical things with. It's really nice for that application. Whenever I'm LARPing and playing like an operator, I like to throw this watch on and feel like a cool guy. So it definitely fits that purpose really well.
Oh my God! Wow, standoff.
Unloaded so clear. Wow.
But I want to give a special shout out too about this watch to John Voorhees, because he sent me this Hippolon strap. Hippolon is essentially a vulcanized rubber that is extremely tear resistant, and the advantage of that obviously is that this watch's strap will never break. And if for some reason my watch gets caught on something, the watch isn't coming off my wrist, my hand is coming off my wrist. But, that's not really a theory that I ever want to test out in real life, so I'm just gonna let that be. But, back to the point of this video. If you own a Sangen and you're not a US Marine, then you're definitely one of those dudes who said he would have punched a drill instructor if he ever joined. I hope you know that I'm just kidding when I say that. I love all of you guys that own Sangen Instruments out there. Anyway, in all seriousness, if I'm out in public and I see you wearing a Sangen, I can take a pretty solid guess as to what your profession is. I may not get it exactly right, but it is a 99% chance that you are either military or first responder. Pretty much all of Sangen's customer base at this time is like military and first responder personnel. So it's easy to guess like who you are and what you do if you're out there in public wearing a Sangen. So it's really one of like those if you know timepieces. But I would like to see the day, personally, where the rest of the watch community comes out and recognizes Sangen for what it is. And that is a micro brand that is committed to improving the quality of their products with every iteration, as well as serving the interests of America's finest men and women in uniform. So thank you guys for your service. If you are wearing one of these, there is a 50-50 chance that a watch nerd will ask you what you're wearing, and hopefully you tell them how great Sangen is. Non-watch people will probably have no idea what you're wearing, however, and if they do get curious, they might hit you with the classic, "Is that a Rolex?" question. But either way, good on you for supporting a small American veteran-owned and operated business. The next watch that we're going to talk about and what it says about you is the Richard Mille RM7201, or frankly any Richard Mille reference for that matter. I tend to think of Richard Mille owners as the type of people that Hublot owners wish they could one day be like. For me personally, RM is not to my taste, and really there's only one Richard Mille I've seen so far that I genuinely have any interest in, and that is the rose gold RM6702 on an orange fabric strap. With that being said, I will probably never be able to afford one of those, so I'm just going to appreciate that watch from afar and you know, just let it be. I think I would rather, even if I was rich enough to afford a Richard Mille, I think I would rather spend that money on a Rolex or maybe something responsible, you know, like a down payment on a house or something. That's probably a better idea than getting another watch. But if you are wearing an RM, if you're wearing an RM, period, clearly you've got money. You have got money. My guess is that you are not new at all to the watch collecting scene. You've been around the block, and you've made your way through all the other high horology and hype brands out there, and now you want to try something different. You've got every piece that you could ever want from Patek Philippe's catalog. You've got every AP. You've got every Rolex you want. You've got every Vacheron. Like, it's you've reached the end point. You're done. You're done. And now you're just bored and you're looking for a way to spend money that you really don't know what else to do with, because you probably already bought the yacht. You probably already bought the vacation homes in the Bahamas or Monaco. Your kid's college fund is prepped and ready. Like, it's accruing interest, and at this point, like, you're just biding time until retirement, assuming you already haven't retired at the ripe young age of 30. Like, what I'm saying here is that if you are wearing a Richard Mille, clearly you have got life figured out and you are doing well for yourself. Like the Hublot owner, you and I just live totally different lives, and we probably can't relate to each other at all. But again, I salute you for making it this far in life, because you have clearly accomplished a lot of great things, and now you're just having fun. You're just doing your thing and having fun and living life. Of all the watches on this list, I think this is the one that will turn the most heads from both watch nerds and non-watch people. They will be intrigued. Whether or not they agree with your taste and whether or not they actually like what you're wearing is like entirely dependent on who they are. But at the end of the day, they'll still be intrigued, and it's still going to turn heads. The next watch that we're going to talk about, and this is the one that I want you guys to prepare yourselves for, is the fake Rolex. Look, I'm going to get serious for a moment. Wearing one of these watches tells me that you place too much value in name brand and not enough value in authenticity. If you're out there wearing a fake Rolex, then you probably have some sort of self-esteem issues that you need to work out. Whether you're wearing a poorly made, cheap knockoff or a super clone, you need to have an honest conversation about, with yourself about why you bought that watch, and not something authentic from a cheaper alternative like Seiko, Tissot, Fossil, or even or Citizen for that matter. Like, I can't think of any logical reason why anybody would want to buy a fake Rolex other than to flash some sort of like non-existent cash that they don't actually have. And to me, like, that's just kind of sad, because, you know, the thing about fake watches is that the image that you are projecting to people is as inauthentic as the watch is itself. And if you have to go out and lie to people about your position or your status in life, eventually what's going to happen is that you're not going to be able to keep up that lie, and people are going to catch on. And that's an awkward conversation that you really don't want to have. Lastly, the reality of this entire thing is that for the most part, people really don't care about what watch you are wearing on your wrist. It doesn't really matter what brand it's from. It doesn't matter like how old it is or how exclusive it is. Like, for the most part, like, non-watch people simply don't care what you are wearing, and that's fine. It doesn't matter whether your watch cost $200 or $20,000. My recommendation is to always just be yourself, be authentic about who you are, where you are in life, and get a watch that reflects that about you. Get an authentic watch and be proud of who you are instead of trying to deceive people into thinking that you are more affluent than you actually are. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about fake watches for now. But the last watch that we're going to talk about, what it says about you, is the Breitling Avenger chronograph. I don't have too much to say about Breitling because, well, my exposure to Breitling is not as extensive as it is with the other watch brands out there. But my guess is that you are probably a pilot or you work in aviation. The only people I know of who own Breitlings and who wear Breitlings are either pilots or they work in aviation. That's like literally the only people I know that own Breitlings. Everyone else, like, they gravitate towards other brands for some reason. So if you are wearing one of these, that is simply the association that I'm going to make. Watch people are definitely going to compliment you on this piece. I think that Breitling is generally a very good option to go with. They make a good watch, and the Breitling Avenger chronograph, while a little bit large for my taste, is definitely a stunner of a timepiece. It's a straight up like utilitarian tool watch, and it embodies that ethos very, very well. Non-watch people probably won't know what you're wearing. They may give you the same question of, is that a Rolex? But you know, then you can correct them and tell them that you're wearing a Breitling, and you can brag to them about how good Breitling is. So, and at the end of the day, you still win. Either that, so either you're a pilot or you are Aaron from Administrative Results, and that dude is crazy. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to not wear fake watches. Make sure to be your authentic self. And no matter what, take care of yourselves out there. Stay safe. Be blessed. See ya.